We'll see with the injuries that they have with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons playing, but they're still a playoff team. And then you have the Clippers and Milwaukee. So tough stretch, but one game at a time. All right, now to the Warriors. Then we'll get to play a game. Then we'll get to the preview of the Grizzlies. All right, let's get started. So this game started with a little bit of a shock. LeBron James was out due to groin tightness. I did not know about this until there must have been a late out injury report. Marv Albert said this like 30 seconds before the game started. I was like, oh, okay, write that down. Also, Wiggins did not play as well for the Warriors, respectfully. And the Lakers started with a three-guard lineup of Rondo, Bradley, and Green. A little bit different, but, you know, when LeBron's out, that's what's going to happen. Also to mention, I forgot to start this off, the Lakers won 116-86. This is their 7th win in a row. I'll probably rehash it when I finish the review, you know, and once again, you know, but yes, the Lakers doing 116-86. Andrew Wiggins was out as well, like I said. Big note, there was a glaring hole. You could see that LeBron James wasn't there. Rondo wasn't quite getting it in the first quarter. I thought that he was really going to evolve AD like that because of the time they spent in New Orleans and the chemistry that they built, but that just wasn't meant to be. He just seemed kind of just out of it, and I was a little worried when Rondo was playing this much. The fact that I was like, man, is this really going to be his game? He's going to be taking over LeBron's point guard role, and that's a lot of load to carry. And I was just like, oh man, definitely did not have in the first quarter, but I'll get back to Rondo later. Both teams seemed a little clunky, like I talked about, and kind of out of sorts for both teams when the game started. Just a little bit. It was back and forth, but didn't really seem that fluid and smooth. They were just kind of, you know, just kind of slow going, to say the least. Markieff Morris, to start the game, still making dumb mistakes with his, he threw a pass, I believe it was behind the back baseline, went out of bounds, and was intended for Anthony Davis and was out of bounds. Just kind of dumb stuff like that near the end of the first quarter. You know, could have played just up defense on shooter for the Warriors to end the first quarter, and he bumps into him, leading to a 3 free throws. Just dumb mistakes like that. Needs to work on that, and you know it's early, but I will get more to him later. Kuzma played very well in the second quarter. He scored 8 points. He played really well. He was a candidate for my player of the game. Find out later who that is. Will surprise some people. It will not be LeBron James. I guarantee you that. Draymond Green injected in the second quarter very quickly after 2 quick tees. But the Warriors still hung tough even without him, with a nice run in the second half. 13-7 run to end the second quarter. Halftime, it was 54-52. Anthony Davis with Lakers lead at 15 points. Eric Pascal was 16. Rondo, it took about a quarter to get going, but he was effective for the rest of the game, and he was really good for them, and he really carried the load up. I was going to say he put up LeBron numbers and assists and all that, but he did what Rondo does at this level now, and he did a very good job. He wasn't an anchor for his starting point guard position tonight. It was not. The Lakers, this is where they took over and were like, okay, we're done with this back and forth game. They had a dominant third quarter, a 40-17 third quarter. This is where the game was pretty much over and into garbage mode. They fully went into garbage time at 6:30 in the fourth quarter when Quinn Cook and Jared Dudley, who barely play anymore, got some playing time. I will say this, every person on the Lakers roster played at least 6 minutes 30 seconds. So that goes to show we were in deep garbage. The Lakers were in deep garbage time. Even Quick Cook had some nice moments against his former team, made some nice shots, layup. So got to little stick that into the Warriors. Player of the game, Rajon Rondo. People are gonna say, "What? Not Anthony Davis, not Kyle Kuzma." They were both in the running, but at the end of the day, for what Rondo had to do, had to carry, LeBron's. LeBron's not there anymore. He's not there to do most of your heavy lifting. You're the point guard. You're going to be doing most of this stuff, and he did it beautifully. I was kind of nervous about the first quarter, but 12 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. A very good game for Rondo. Got the other players involved. You are the player of the game for the Los Angeles Lakers. So, this has been a very good run for the Lakers. The last loss was against Houston, a couple games before the All-Star break. Haven't lost since, 7 games in a row. Final score, like I said, 116-86. 30-point win. Next up, they play the Memphis Grizzlies. They have played recently. That was their first game that they played after the All-Star break. So this time they'll be playing at Memphis. I believe this might be their last time they play. There's going to be a lot of energy in Memphis. They might have the hardcore, the throwback jerseys and different court, and there'll be some energy to it for sure because they're, the young squad. They want to get a win against the Lakers. I can definitely feel that for sure. They almost beat them last time the Lakers were in Memphis, so they're definitely going to be playing with a lot of hair on fire because they're young guys, and you can definitely feel a lot of young OKC vibes. I'm not saying that's going to happen, with the young guys just playing around and just trying to just be dominant one day. And you can see glimpses of that with Brian Clarks and Triple J and John Morant, and you're like, wow, this is something here. So that is the show. A little bit shorter than usual, but that's what we're really talking about with the dominant. Oh, there's one thing to mention before I go. I was impressed. There was a 3 made late in the game. When the game was out of hand, but Markieff Morris made a tough contested 3, and that was nice to get his confidence going. Made a couple other shots in the game, but that was a nice 3 to get him going because he needed that with his confidence. And then he made another 3 earlier in the game, but that contested 3 was nice. Granted, the game was already out of hand, but it was nice to see him, get going. All right, I think that wraps everything up. What I talked about, what my bullet points were for the game. All that being said, my name is Jack Esko, and I will talk to you after the Lakers-Memphis game. I will see you then.